Hey guys, I got a brand new package and I'm really excited to unbox this because I'm pretty sure this is my U2's Tattletale plush. I'm gonna just go on ahead and start unboxing this right now. Alrighty, let's get the Tattletale plush out of the packaging. I'm really excited to see what this plush looks like in person. Oh, this is Anya. I was not expecting Anya to be shipped, because I haven't received any new updates on this plush in a long time. And I thought that the Tattletale plush shipped out before the Anya plush from Mouthwashing. But we got Anya here. Let me get Anya out of the packaging real quick. Here she is. I am genuinely surprised I got this plushie in, because I haven't heard any new news about this plush. But here she is. I'm just really happy I finally got my Anya plush in the mail, because Anya is one of my favorite characters in Mouthwashing. I really hope we get more Mouthwashing plushies eventually, because I know Fangamer is making the Pony Express mascot as a plush, and U2's of course made Anya. So let's go on ahead and actually review this plush. So right off the bat, her hair is really high quality. It's stuffed really well, and it just has a lot of depth to it. The front of her hair isn't stuffed at all. Well, it is a little bit stuffed, but it's not as much as the back. And this part isn't really sewn down, so you can play tic-tac-toe on her forehead. And you can even adjust the hair to look a little bit crazy, like so. The embroidery on the eyes are incredible. I do like how the logo for U2's, being the arch eye design, is actually blended in with the eyes for Anya. It just looks nice, and it doesn't really affect the plush at all, because for some of U2's merchandise, I feel like the whole arch eye design really ruins the figure or the plush. It just mostly depends on how they utilize their logo, but for this case, it's really great. Here's a closer look at the Pony Express outfit. The logo for Pony Express and the little health icon is all iron-on. The quality of the iron-on material feels really great, but still, I'm just afraid of it peeling off over time, since it's essentially a sticker. And if you take a closer look, the turtleneck shirt is actually printed on details, and it's a whole separate piece of plush fabric. Here's a closer look at the pills bottle. It's actually magnetic, which I had no idea U2's makes magnetic accessories. I think that is really cool. Anyways, a closer look at the pills bottle. It's all printed on details. For how small it is, it's a really impressive accessory. And here's a closer look at the magnet. It's pretty big. And there's only one magnet on her arm, being right here on the right side. I kind of wish that the hands had two magnets, so one on the right, one on the left. Here's a closer look at the shoes on Anya. You can see that they use embroidery and just normal plush fabric. If you look at the back of the plush, she does have little pockets, though they are just details, so they're not real pockets. Here's a closer look at the tush tag. And here's a closer look at the side tag. It has Anya on the front, and inside of the tag has Anya's hands. And it says, "Thank you for collecting me," which is just something that U2's always says for their tags. Here's the front of the plush. Here's the side. Here's the back. And here's the other side. So as I was editing this video, I got another package in the mail. I finally got my Nabiu plush. So Nabiu is from the Fruitless Quest of Nabiu. It's an indie animation series. It's made by a YouTuber called Terminal Montage, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people know of. And if you don't know them, they basically make a bunch of animation videos on recapping stories from video games. The most infamous one is Kerbo. And recently they made their own indie show. And similar but with the Anya plush from Mouthwashing, I haven't heard anything about this order in months. Like with this one, I'm pretty sure I bought sometime in April, and I now finally got it in the mail. And the thing is, I'm pretty sure this plushie was supposed to come in the mail around May, I think. But there was like a massive delay for everyone's order, and they now have been finally shipped out, and I'm just happy I finally got mine in the mail. So, with that out of the way, let's go on ahead and review Nabiu. So here is the Nabiu plush. She is really tiny, roughly 4 to 5 inches tall. However, the extra height is definitely because of the hat. The hat is sewn onto the plush, although you could technically remove the thread and make the hat removable, since it's not really stuffed, and you can definitely move it around. I really wish that the brim of the hat used some sort of cardboard or a plastic material just to keep the shape, because mine is trying to fold downwards a lot, and sometimes it just obscures the face. And speaking of the face, it's all embroidered to the plushie, which is really nice. Nabiu's cloak is all plush fabric and sewn on. Underneath the cloak, she does have a little tiny body and arms and legs. I'm really impressed on how they managed to put legs and arms on this tiny body. Like, this is impressive. Here's a closer look at Nabiu's tag. It has some copyright information about the show, being The Fruitless Quest of Nabiu and where it's manufactured. Overall, I'm really glad I finally got this plushie in the mail, and I'm so glad I made a purchase on this thing because I've been a longtime fan of Terminal Montage for a long time now, and I've never really bought any of their merchandise. I know they made a Kerbo plush, but I just didn't really have the time to buy it. But ever since they made their whole new indie animation series, I wanted to support that, and so I bought this little plushie from them. And if you do want this plush, unfortunately, it's been sold out for a long time now since it was a limited release. But I do hope they'll eventually make some new merchandise for the show eventually. Maybe whenever episode 2 comes out. I'm not too sure. Anyways, here's the front of the plush. Here's the side. The back. And here's the other side. Definitely an interesting lot of plushies, especially since I wasn't expecting both of these to even come in the mail anytime soon. But I'm just overall happy I finally got my Anya plush in the mail, and with Nabiu. But with that out of the way, here's my plush review on the Anya plush from Mouthwashing and the Nabiu plush from A Fruitless Quest of Nabiu.